Because yeah, I really wanted to say that, dude. Like, I'ma judge you by what coffee cup you have. You dig? Starbucks drinkers, I already knew you spent $7 on coffee. You got $5 for me to borrow. You hear me?
Buying coffee every day, that shit seems crazy as
It's the
shit.
cup, dude. Like, go to the gas station and see how many people who got coffee machines, got Keurigs, who come to the gas station, and you know how much a coffee machine is? I mean, a fucking coffee pot is like $13. Anybody? So
That's why the line at Starbucks mind boggles me.
they sell Starbucks coffee at Walmart.
That you
it's
get the shit
cup,
out.
dude. It's the cup. They don't sell Starbucks cups at Walmart. If they sold that at Walmart, trust me, they wouldn't have many people at Starbucks. It's the cup. We're addicted to these cups.
Mm-hmm.
And like this community cup, though, like I go in the store and I see, you can't give me no coffee in no little white cup.
Bitch, you got a lighter?
Nope.
You sure? Look, I gave you one. I had to make sure you got it before we start.
Yeah, fucking right. Gotta have the lighter.
For backup.
But like I said, I'm gonna judge you by your coffee cup. You got a fucking BMW coffee cup. Tell me a lot about you.
It came with the cup. But that still tell you a lot about
That
me.
tell me a lot about you. You heard me? Then that bitch like, yeah, though that shit tell me a lot about you. But like I wanted to say, welcome. This is Benjamin's Room. You heard me? Episode 5.
5.
We live at Music Box Studios. You heard me? I'm your host, Benjamin. You're the host.
Cake Pete.
Yeah, we about to sum up what happened all this week. Talk about we about to run it. But first, I really wanted to say, I've been seeing a lot of podcasts start, right? Even before our podcast started, I've been seeing like a lot of podcasts start and go up and down and all that. Man, the key is consistency.
Mm-hmm.
Keep your foot on the gas. We didn't record it whole podcast, and memory cards wasn't recording. The sound wasn't recording. You go through all these kinks, and you know what I'm saying. Oh, you gotta look for this. You gotta make sure this.
Setbacks will come.
I say this too much. I move too much. I like all the critiques that come with this. You know what I'm saying? Like, keep your foot on the gas. Don't stop, and don't let nobody tell you don't make a podcast because they have too many podcasts. That's like saying don't speak out because there have too many people speaking out. Like, your voice
Don't do
needs
music.
to be
There's
heard.
too many musicians.
Man, keep doing it, man, because everybody gonna do it for a different reason. Everybody gonna do it for a different style, and people gonna get different opportunities.
And some people actually have a voice that other people want to listen to, which was you.
Right.
Which was the reason I've been on your ass before we even got
Facts.
to episode 1.
Facts.
Son, let's record this shit. Let's put this on video.
Facts.
Now, I wanted to be behind the camera. I wasn't supposed to be here, but I didn't embrace the role. But, yeah, this shit gonna happen.
Right.
But the main thing is keep going.
Keep going. Don't stop. And I'm proud of y'all. You dig? I'm proud of us. You dig? Like, grow with us. The numbers showing that we growing good organically.
Like, subscribe, comment.
Oh, I always forget to say that shit. You
I'm
dig?
on it.
Don't forget to hit that like. Don't forget to comment. You did. Let us know. You did that you fucking with us, and subscribe to the YouTube page, and we will be doing bigger and better things. You did.
Let us know some topics y'all want us to talk about, whether it's a guest you might want to see featured on the show. Just let us know how you feel about it.
Right. And all businesses, reach out to us for advertisement, because we about to go up in advertisement. We about to get a newsletter going around the community. We about to do a lot of community building, and it's just our platform on building a lot of the community things that we plan on doing. You know what I'm saying? What you got into this week, bro?
I had Jazz Fest. What else? Performing as usual. And then I got the last minute call for the No Limit reunion.
Before you get into that, I want to say this. We recorded this same podcast yesterday, right? And it's crazy. But it didn't record. Like the computer died. So,
My charger wasn't plugged up to my computer.
And we usually record on Thursdays. Now we're recording on a Friday. And that one day really changed the whole concept of the podcast because so much other stuff happened that we're going to get into later into this podcast.
Within 12 hours.
Yeah, within 12 hours, like the whole, like everything changed. So, all right, as you were saying, no Limit Tour.
Yeah, I did the No Limit Tour. Shout out to Master P and the whole No Limit Tour.
Man, dog. Man, I'm mad at that shit for one reason. Because me, you and Courtney just did the show last week. All three of us could have been in a building, but I didn't answer my phone.
Certain events, I just expect you to be there. And the cameraman was in there. I'm like, all right, wonder who you work for. Wonder who you work for. Niggas don't work for nobody. They show up with the camera. And get it.
I got a baby on the way, so I've been grinding, like working, grinding. So when Courtney called, I thought Courtney was calling me to ask me about when you was gonna upload the podcast, right? But when he called, I'm like, it's still not uploaded. I don't want to have to.
That was the same weekend.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't want to have to call him and be like, yeah, dog, it's still not up or whatever. So I'm gonna hit him up because I know Kid gonna drop it because he in the middle of Jazz Fest. And I know he trying to get the shit out the way so he could handle his business. So I'm like, I know he gonna drop it. But when I did have time to call him, just so happened he was at the Nord track meet. They had the city track meet out there. So I knew he was there, so I figured he was probably recording, so I ain't hit him up. I said, I'm going to call him after I get off from work. I get off from work, dude tell me, man, I've been calling you all day, all night, and I had backstage passes to the No Limit Tour, and Courtney was supposed to perform with Joe Black on stage as his hype man, and Joe Black needed a hype man, and Joe Black is one of the most A1 dudes in the city. And when Joe Black called you and said, I need you for X, Y, you come with Z.
Right.
They're like, you come because not only he's such a stand-up dude, he's just one of them dudes that when he called,
certain opportunities, when them opportunities come, you gotta be ready.
I dropped the ball, bro, and I felt so bad, dog. And then you was there. At least we had one representative there.
I will say that bitch was lit. I don't know what I wanted to expect, because my wife asked me to go a while ago, and I was like, man, I got work to do. Ain't nothing I wanted to do.
Right.
And looking at the crowd on my way there, I was like, man, I don't think this gonna be what's up. Getting that bitch was lit, that bitch was packed. I was like, oh shit. And it took you down that train ride to memory lane with all the music. And then I'm enjoying myself. We dancing and shit on stage. And I'm peeping the scene out. I'm like, shit. I think I'm the youngest nigga in this room. Everybody in that bitch at least 40 and up. But they was enjoying themselves. Keith Sweat came in that bitch. Snoop Dogg came through.
Keith Sweat, he tall. He a tall dude. He taller than you.
He might be my height.
About your height.
Yeah. So
he
he
look
tall.
He probably like about your height. Yeah. Like I ain't gonna lie. Keith Sweat, one of them damn icons.
I actually run into Keith Sweat a lot, especially when I'm in Atlanta.
What's up? I heard Keith Sweat, one of the realest R&B singers ever.
Yeah.
So all right, you at the No Limit Tour, right? Mia X, Snoop Dogg, Keith Sweat, Master P, Fiend, Ghetto Twins was there? No Ghetto Twins. Who else?
The only performance I caught was Fiend, Mystical, Silk, P. Then he brought out Keith Sweat and Snoop. They had some other people on the ticket, but I missed that part.
Who had the best performance? Rank, like if you had to rank 1 through 3, right? Just the top 3. Who had the top 3 performances?
Number 1, I'm gonna say Master P because of all of the guests that he brought out, including myself. So, shout out to Master P.
This might get awkward. I don't mean to ruin all your relationships in the industry. You signed me up for this shit.
P. Mystical put on a show.
Mystical? So you'll put Mystical second?
I'm biased right now.
You still got the big dog.
Bitch, I'm on the ticket.
Right, all right. No, all right. That's all right. Give me a bias and an unbiased. That's your bias. Give me your bias first.
All right. Snoop Dogg, P, Mystical, or Mystical P.
Unbiased.
Snoop, Mystical, P.
And that's biased and unbiased. Snoop Dogg, Mystical, then P, because P had all the big dogs coming up for him. All right. Damn, dog. So if you had to compare it to that Jet Life night, because Jet Life was lit full 20. I know it probably is two very different arenas, but not number wise. But if you had to compare us for like fun level and excitement, the old folks was old folks know how to party though.
Yeah.
You did, because they not gonna be with the bullshit.
They wasn't on the bullshit.
But Currency and them, they wasn't with the bullshit. They had a mixed crowd too. But what if people would have bought our Currency? That would have been crazy.
Shout out to the OG, Mr. Marcello. He was
Mr.
back
Marcello
there.
was in the building.
Yeah, and I'm about to start fucking working with him soon.
Yeah.
So
I love Mr. Marcello. Though one thing when I think about when P come in town, I always wonder why P don't get the flowers that I feel like he deserve a lot of times. This is my podcast, our podcast. We're in Music Box Studio, and sometimes it's hard to tell the truth about individuals, and even with it being even us broadcasting and putting out things to the public, sometimes I ask myself, should we even talk about certain things with individuals that we normally wouldn't make public?
But that's what keep us.
But they public figures,
organic,
right? But they public figures, and we need to be able to speak these truths, because this some of the things that people feel. So let's not tiptoe around this Master P situation.
So,
right?
Two of my biggest idols, and they both from New Orleans. Birdman, my number one. I love Stunner.
Right.
And Master P.
I got a lot of love for Stunner too.
Just for what they did for the music game, and being from New Orleans, they gave a black man like me from New Orleans something to look forward to, or saying I could do that no matter my circumstances. You did.
Right.
So for them, and seeing their whole, we watched their whole career, you did.
Right.
And I ran into Birdman in the 90s. I did some work for Birdman. I did some work for No Limit way back in the G2. So I have those relationships as well, and I have nothing but respect for them. But as far as P and them not having, the flowers he should be getting right now, I think it's because he was gone from the music game for so fucking long. I don't know how long. It was 10 plus years he was gone.
Right.
You just ain't heard nothing from him. And when he came back and trying to push the No Limit shit, we wasn't feeling that shit no more. We wasn't fucking with the artists he was, trying to put on. And then when he came back and started spitting and shit, we wasn't necessarily trying to hit that shit.
Right.
That shit was outdated.
I don't know.
I think that played a big part, why we became so distant and far removed.
I think C Murder. I think the C Murder effect. Because C Murder was like Master P, key to the streets.
That was his validate. What?
C Murder was Master P.
P was still letting that nigga.
He was the G pass when it came to his connection to this. He was the Crescent City connection. You did, like, if P was across the river, you did. C Murder was the bridge that connected P to New Orleans. And when C Murder got locked up and wasn't out and about and really like bringing notice to the family, I think it took a toll.
Well, shit, no. After that, who the nigga started working on?
Who?
Lil Romeo.
Yeah, but think about this too.
And made them bigger than the whole squad.
But think about this though, bro. When you compare a Master P to a person like Birdman, right? Master P, he always made everything about the family, right? So the family always there overshadow any artist that was signed on No Limit. As for Birdman, you knew who his family was, but they always pushed the artist. You know what I'm saying? Like, they always push the artist. They always put the artist before the label. And with Master P, he kind of put himself and his family before the label.
But P was the artist first. P was the artist. Birdman wasn't the artist first.
Yeah, but why was P the artist first?
I'm pretty sure he wanted to be the artist first.
Exactly. You don't think Birdman could have been an artist if he wanted to? Like, they had to force Mannie Fresh to drop an album he didn't even want to drop.
Well, yeah, because they found ways to,
Because I feel like they understood their role.
No, they understood the game, the music business. At that point, we keep dropping albums. That's another bag. We got to get so many albums. All right, nigga, you get one.
All right, but you got Mac, Fiend, Mystical on your label, right? Maya called.
Out of all of those names, the only nigga that made it was Mystical.
Listen to what I'm saying.
I heard what you just said.
Listen to what I'm saying. You got Mystical.
I'm moving on.
Fiend and Mac on your label. Maya said, we need a feature, right? From a No Limit artist. You send Silk. Right, and don't get me wrong, Silk gave an amazing verse on that Maya song.
It was the wackest and the coldest verse ever.
It's a beautiful song.
It's classic to this day.
Imagine what Mac verse would have sounded like on that song. Imagine you taking your label and actually putting a talent that you paying, right, and let the talent pay off. But instead, I feel like he cashed out on the talent with the family. Like, he put the family before the talent.
I don't know. I don't know if you know.
Right.
Now, weren't those two together?
Who?
Silk and Maya.
That's even more so.
What I'm saying is, was that relationship before this song? Because had it been, that was gonna happen, and it didn't matter who the fuck was on that label.
But Maya, your girl. All right. Think about this. Maya, your girl, right? Your friend is Fiend. Your friend is Mystical. Your friend, like, these are your friends.
Me with the music ear that I have right now, I don't think Fiend should have been on that song. Just listen to his voice, listen to that song. He wouldn't have
Mystical would have killed that song.
Mystical probably the only one, but again, that song is a classic.
Mac would have killed that shit. Mac in his prime especially would have killed that song.
So we're not gonna take this nigga's coldest verse and take this away from him.
I just always.
That was his coldest verse, coldest collab.
I compare Baby.
That's all we know Silk for a bit.
I compare Baby with P a lot because I want to give P his flowers because I'm About It was like a masterpiece.
Ice Cream Man.
I like. You know what I'm saying? Even the soundtrack for I'm About It.
Make him say, hot boys.
It's just like we always talk about the sands of time, right? Mm-hmm. Through the sands of time, you just get to scope out the people around you that put themselves before the actual product. And I don't feel like that's a real good, show. So, like when you building, bro, that's the difference between Baby and P. Baby built what he built organically. You dig? Like, he built it here. We seen him do it here. He never left here. And P just kind of lost that connection because he put the label before the artist a lot of times, I felt like. I don't know, though.
I think
but even look at the No Limit tour. The No Limit tour turned into a Master P birthday. Like, that's just...
That was for ticket sales.
All right, bro. Let's deep dive this.
It's ticket sales, I guarantee it.
So you mean to tell me a No Limit tour gonna sell more because it's a Master P birthday?
I think they just needed that little push.
I don't think that's a push.
Because of all of the press and the shit that the nigga did that week of, it was definitely a press run.
Yeah, but I think the bigger push would have been let's celebrate tourists. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? Like, this Master P birthday month, all the tourists come out. So what I'm saying is, like, through marketing, right? Mm-hmm. A lot of what P do that he get credit for, and me and 1008 TV coordinate Coach Cole, we talked about this yesterday, kind of like in a pre-production meeting for this subject, right? And what we talked about kind of summed up a lot of the moves that Master P made was originated by the Birdman himself. You know what I'm saying? The inventor of gangsta bounce. They did everything was party bounce before Birdman came to the table. He came with the gangsta bounce, right? And bounce music haven't been the same since, right? We went back to party bounce, and they don't have no more gangsta bounce rappers. So, and he marketed from his trunk. He marketed, and so when P came to the table with the bag, he just had to emulate already what the Hustlers market was doing. But I feel like Birdman was in the early transition of that. So that's why he get the different type of respect than P. P got the bag like Birdman got the bag. It's just that they handled the ball different.
The only thing I think is Birdman never took his foot off the gas. Never.
But why would he have to if the car never ran out of gas? Because you steady putting gas in the car when you put the artist first. Because he went through so many transitions from Gangsta Bounce to signing a Juvenile to signing a Lil Wayne.
But people is out. Birdman, even though they put their money in other business and shit, he only stuck with the music and ran with that shit. He ain't go try to do TV. He ain't got to go try to go do movies. He ain't try to get featured in this. He didn't take the same route that Master P went. You know, once music kind of stopped for Master P, he went into television and tried to buy networks and start building businesses and just distance himself from music completely.
Right.
And you gave us enough time to no longer remember you.
And I think Birdman just kind of like
never left.
Like through the sands of time, it's just so funny watching the Birdman and P development. You know what I'm saying, about them both coming from uptown New Orleans within a mile of each other. You know what I'm saying, and how different the marketing was, the ups and downs. At one time, No Limit was on top of everything, and then the see Cash Money just fucking go
Hot
crazy.
boys and like girl.
And I don't think you could kind of separate the two. I think every time you bring up P, Baby name gonna be mentioned within that. You know what I'm saying?
Because there was, for what they did, and it was two different labels that didn't fuck with each other, that was a mile from each other, and they blew up like they did, not fucking with each other.
I would love to see both of them come back and do something for the city. Like,
for what?
You know what
do
I'm
something for the
city?
city?
Yeah, do something for the city. Like, they ain't got to do it together, but with our
music,
next
right?
subject, with our next subject, Tyron Matthew coming into town, like, like I would love to see you got two moguls that's still active in the game, still active in businesses. Our city need it. Then you got Tyron fucking Matthew. Tyron Matthew signed with the New Orleans Saints. You know what I'm saying?
So,
bro,
I'm conflicted about it. One, I'm proud of him. Congratulations to him. But I don't want to see that young man come home. You know, I want you, if you finally fucking get the courage to leave this bitch, and then you left this bitch, and then you made all your dreams come true. Most of us don't know what that feel like. To leave this motherfucker and make your dreams come true.
Now you back home.
That nigga got into the NFL. That's a dream on itself, because ain't too many people gonna do that. Not only did you go to the NFL, you've been to the Super Bowl. Twice. And you won. One of them. You gonna come back home?
Shout out to Miss Tyra. You hear me? Shout out to Mr. Tyrone. Shout out to Miss Sheila.
Shout out to the whole
Matthew
family. I have nothing but respect. I just don't want to see that young man come home.
I know for a fact that, especially with Ride 49 buzzing, with all the stuff that we got going on in the city, I'm happy to see Tyron home. I feel like we're going to embrace him with love. I feel like he been in the city so long that city boys, they kind of know how to move around in the city. You know what I'm saying? And being from Vulture Island, you know what I'm saying? Like, you really know how to move. You know who to hang with. And I know his family gonna be on his ass. And he's older. You know what I'm saying?
Older.
This not LSU Tyron making all the mistakes and hanging with the wrong people. This grown man married Tyron. Like
I definitely
like this married Tyron Matthew.
I applaud him because I listened to the press conference he said, and he alluded to that. He was like, the stuff I did as a kid, I processed that. I was able to move away. I was able to, do this and do that. And so now I understand. And I had that time to leave the city to understand. But shit, if you understand that shit, nigga, leave.
Dog.
Just raggedy motherfucker.
Tyron. One thing I could see.
Now look, if the fucking Saints win a Super Bowl, awesome. Awesome.
I don't know, dog. Like, they have so many different perspectives on this Tyrann Mathieu thing.
I don't want to see nothing bad.
It's not just football.
Right.
Like it's not just football.
For me, it's not football.
I don't think for none of us it's football. Oh, and he broke the NFL website.
Oh,
his jersey broke the NFL website. So many people went to the website.
I just bought my son a fucking Kansas City jersey.
Number 7.
For fucking, it was a couple of months ago for his birthday. In March, motherfucker.
Dog, that's crazy, dog.
And then I ran into the nigga at the mall, because he went to St. Aug. My son went to St. Aug, and my son named Tyron. And I was like, look, my son, he go to St. Aug, his name Tyron, you his favorite football player. And, all he do is, he a Chiefs fan now. Right? And it's because of you, and he have the same name, and y'all go to the same school. It's like he really have a deep connection. And, he's like, can I get your picture so I can send it to him? So I took his picture. He was like, yeah. And so he made a video, and I sent it to him while he was at school. The nigga responded. I was like, nigga, why is your phone on anyway? Turn this shit off. But made his dick. So I love him. Nothing but respect. But man.
I can't wait.
Yeah.
I can't wait. We're gonna turn up this football season, bro. We're gonna turn up on the national tip though, right? On the national tip. Rest in peace, Kevin Samuels. This came in last night after we recorded the podcast the first time. The death of Kevin Samuels. Wild perspectives on this, bro, because like on my page I posted it, right? And on everybody's page, I know who posted it.
Nobody believe it.
No, all the women was fucking laughing and shit.
Yeah.
That felt so crazy, dog. Like, even like the wild speculations on how he died and why he died.
Yeah. That
was just normal for the internet, right? The laughing emojis,
people was actually happy.
God make no mistakes. That was weird. That was weird. Like, the internet is weird, getting weirder and weirder and weirder, bro. Like,
it's not the internet, son. It's people.
But the internet make it in your like.
Yeah. The internet exposing shit.
This the difference.
You could expose your real character.
They had people doing weird shit, but they did it in their weird little
privacy, right?
And you got in your circles and y'all said, "Oh, that's the weirdos. We don't hang with them. We don't be around that." So now the internet make all that shit one gumbo where you just like, all right, oh, I didn't know you was the weirdo. You know what I'm saying? Like, but it's humans. Like, everybody got some weird shit going on with them. You did. As humans, we all conflicted. But the laughing emojis, the happiness that this man passed away only because of his views on certain women and his sometimes blatant disrespect to women. And I don't know, bro. Like, what other actor or celebrity you remember passing that people were like elated that they passed away? I can't think of nobody. Then he a black man. You know what I'm saying? Like, what white man died where everybody was like, even when Bush died, people wasn't like laughing and saying, you know what I'm saying? Like when the Bush daddy died.
Yeah,
nobody didn't. Reagan. You know what I'm saying? Just because of his views. And this supposed to be America. I thought this was America, people.
It cut them deep because a lot of that shit was true and it hurt them. I ain't gonna speak too much.
Hell have no fury like a woman scorn.
And that's why niggas kept clicking on that shit. They hated the nigga, but was watching this shit.
See, before Kevin Samuels died, the national story we was running was because that was crazy. The Dave Chappelle getting tackled on stage. Mm-hmm. I didn't know it was a fake gun. You told me it was a fake gun and a fake knife. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? But
I don't know if the knife was fake. The gun was fake.
But for him to charge the stage and all right, so Dave Chappelle, he doing his comedy skit. Mm-hmm. Dude come running off if you facing the stage, the left side of the stage, his right side. Mm-hmm. Dave, he kind of caught Dave off guard. Did a tackle. Mm-hmm. Dave shook him the first time, then eventually he fell. When security tried to approach Dave, dude ran off and ran like behind stage, and everybody started whooping his ass. I heard Busta Rhymes bit him. You know,
it was definitely a clout move. It's a clout move.
Because you were saying what you were saying about dude. I ain't know nothing about all that.
The nigga got a song that he released called Dave Chappelle. And in the song, you got him talking about in the bowl, which is the Hollywood Bowl where the shit went down. So this nigga had it on his mind.
So he had that all planned out as a clout move. He got his arm broke, and it was worth it.
$30,000 for bail. So
he got everything he wanted.
Now they playing snippets of the song all over the Breakfast Club that keep saying your name, your picture on every website, your name out there. So yeah, it cost him
Congratulations to you, young man.
It cost $30,000 for him to get famous.
Congratulations to you, young man.
The song sucked though.
Congratulations to you, young man. You just
cracked the code, stupid ass.
To a whole different fucking matrix now.
Son, but do you want that for $30,000?
Yes, because you know how much money he gonna make off of interviews and everything else he about to get when he get out of jail. And he might sue somebody. He might sue Busta Rhymes for biting him.
You got to prove that Busta Rhymes bit you.
I got his teeth marks in my arms.
How long that's gonna be there?
Huh?
How long that's gonna be there?
And then they so dirty. They dark. That's all you see is silhouettes of motherfuckers whooping the fuck out. Boy, you can't tell who is who. You hear me? Like, they so dirty. Like, they not dirty because by right, they should have kicked his ass. But what if dude died?
You bought a gun and a knife.
Fake.
Regardless, at that time, you don't know that. You only know that after it's been examined.
What happened if that dude died on stage?
Not that we had time to think about it. I think with the right lawyer, you got away with it because the nigga bought a gun and a knife. And he got to stage and he wasn't supposed to get that close. He wasn't supposed to get past security. It would have been horrible for those that was on stage. But with the right lawyer and with all that money on stage.
I blame Will Smith, bro.
Yeah, because you can definitely. He's definitely.
Come on, man. Like,
you started this conundrum,
bro. It's like Pandora's box. You just opened up Pandora's box for anything to happen at this point. Mm-hmm. Now ticket prices about to go up because they gotta add more security.
But you don't want to know what I just paid for a Kevin Hart ticket.
And now it's probably who knows? Like the next show. Them tickets probably gonna double whatever it is now.
Dave Chappelle and Busta Rhymes about to do this Dave and Busta tour.
That's why Busta Rhymes bit him. That was his man. Bitch, you about to fuck up. Bitch, I'm about to get I'm Busta Rhymes. I'm about to get a big break, motherfucker. And you trying to hurt this man? Bitch, I'm about to protect Dave by all means, boy. What the fuck?
You should have been quicker than that then.
He bit him. Bitch, did you pinch the bitch? Yeah, bitch, I'm going to at least pinch you, bitch.
I went to a comedy show not too long ago, and we on the second row. I hate being on the front row. They always get me. Always. But anyway, the security that's right up front, them motherfuckers don't do shit. They about to fight right next to me, and they just watching. And they got it. Security, get your ass down there. So security don't do shit. They just trying to get their check and go home at the end of the night. They ain't about to really put themselves in danger.
So Dave Chappelle got tackled on stage. Kevin Samuels died.
Rest in
Right?
peace.
Those are the biggest news articles right now. And today is the 6th. We supposed to have an asteroid hitting today. They ain't tell us where it's gonna hit. They say it's the size of the Great Pyramid, bro.
I did see that shit a few days ago.
Wait, time out. Kevin Samuels died. Dave Chappelle got tackled. An asteroid about to hit the fucking Earth, the size of the Great Pyramid, and that's the third. That shit.
So all that shit.
That
was
shit
to
not
get
getting that much news coverage, though. I have to see that they ain't even letting us know where it's gonna hit at. You know what I'm saying?
You checked that shit today?
No, nigga, like I was like,
I tried to send my kids to school.
I know, I did too. You did like
What is we doing here?
the size of a Great Pyramid, bro. That bitch is huge, dog. That's your national news. You dig? That's your national news. That's all we gotta talk about when it comes to the national news. So back to the city shit, because the national shit, the city fucked up enough. They found two bodies. They found Kevin, and I want to say they found Allie. There's still one more missing baby out there. That they. I'm not gonna go too deep into the news of it. Like everybody, you read NOLA.com, you have Instagram, you know what's going on, keeping up with these stories. I don't really like to keep digging into the personal side because we kind of personally know a lot of these people, right? Because the circles are so small. But they did find two of the 3 missing kids. We still waiting to find. Today is Friday. We still waiting to find the 3rd one, right? Hopefully that happens soon to give the family some closure.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Prayers to the family.
Yeah, and shout out to the city. They like we really.
The people of the city.
Yeah. The people of the city. They've really been keeping a real good thumb on this. They've been keeping a lot of the politicians and social media people at bay. You know what I'm saying? Like they and the social media people been stepping up, doing their part as for like sharing the stories and stuff like that. So I'm really proud of us. We don't get to say that much. You know what I'm saying? Even though we living in the wild east side. And it's crazy out here. Like, so to have a little bit of good news that a family getting some type of closure is always a good thing for us. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to the whole community.
Yeah, shout out to the community, bro, because I don't think we get enough credit.
No, that don't come on the news.
Right. Well, I don't think we get enough credit as a community as for how we communicate with each other. Like in New Orleans, we communicate real well. Is when that communication break down, we start to get a lot of the conflicts and stuff like that. So this was a shining light on a very tragic moment. You know what I'm saying? Rest in peace to those kids. Prayers to the families. You know what I'm saying? The city, we keep having all these senseless murders. All these kids and grown people getting killed in the street. A lady got shot in traffic, driving down I-10, 2 cars shooting at each other.
In the middle of the crossfire. Yeah.
Right. And that's some Grand Theft Auto shit. You know what I'm saying? And you think the game's kind of affecting reality? I know you asked me that question the first time we talked about that. But I want to ask you that question because, like, we really dug into it.
I don't know if the game, well, shit, at this rate, because they stealing cars like crazy, like you do in the game. They don't care about these guns. They know about all the fucking guns. They can tell you all the guns by, they hear the sound, oh, that was a this, that was a that. Those games are teaching us a lot.
Oh, me and Coach Cook, we were sitting outside talking. Like 10, 11:30 at night, right? We sitting outside talking. In the East, if you come outside like 11:30,
you think they got a fucking race fucking track outside?
Need for Speed, Grand Theft Auto and fucking Call of Duty. That's what the shit you hear. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom.
So what I will say, a lot of those games, and I was one of those parents that didn't allow my kids to play that shit until they got a certain age. Like the Call of Duties and shit.
Right.
They couldn't play that shit till they was like at least 13, 14.
But
I don't know if that's still
I
an
remember in the
appropriate age.
90s, they used to be talking about the games affecting the children.
Mm-hmm.
The people used to go on to shoot up the school, talking about Marilyn Manson made him do it with his music, right? And it made me ask, is the chicken and the egg concept? Like, is the music forcing you to do something you already want to do? The want to kill your mama and all that type of stuff. This is something you already want to do, and the music giving you that extra courage to go ahead and do it.
You ever seen a fire-ass movie and they doing a bank robbery and they got real detailed with this shit? And it's almost like they showing you shit. They showing you exactly how to do it.
You think that make people want to do that?
If you think you could get away with it because you figure they done showed you a blueprint.
And it's something that you never. It's funny how music, entertainment affect reality, but a lot of the entertainment is only popular because it's already a reality. You know what I'm saying? Like something can, and I think I see what's going on. You're taking a reality from one place and you're presenting it as in an art form that's taking that same reality and bringing it somewhere where that's not reality.
I was just about to say that because that reality where we coming from and expressing, they created that shit. They created that. The ghetto was created. It ain't just pop up or happen. They made that shit.
The ghetto. And even on the game, they got the ghetto. Like the game got the ghetto on it. Now you go on Grand Theft Auto, they got the areas that's like the business district. Then you got the neighborhoods. Then you got the like San Andreas. You got gang territory in the. But that's how California is. So that's
again with the.
Do you like realistic games or the fun game? Cause like me myself, games have become so realistic that I think some of them not as fun.
I'm a weirdo, so I play Madden, 2K, and I like anything that's like a simulator, where it's like real life type shit. And that's mostly flying planes and shit, because I was working on getting my pilot's license for a minute. And I just stopped being busy with the music shit. So
what's that dude name you said that was helping your children with the guns and all that?
Well, he trained me.
All right, well, he do help do children too.
I'm pretty sure, yeah. I want to say it's Isaiah Stewart, Angel Arms Nola.
I think we was discussing training children with guns, and I was like, I don't want to be around no child that know how to do like work guns and shit. Like I don't want to be around no child like that. And he was saying to give them the education, right? Mm-hmm. Which I kind of understood, but the development of a child mind can't process long term, and you know what I'm saying, like a child mind is not developed, so his choices are gonna be swayed. He gonna be, and they're more inclined to take risks. So when I go to a movie and it's a gangster movie, I come out feeling a little bit more gangster, but I'm grown and I know how to check all those feelings. So as a child, you might see these things and start to identify with them more. Kind of like how we talked about with Tupac playing Bishop on Juice. You know what I'm saying? Like you get to embody something, you get to get that feel, that rush, and now you like how it affected you. I just seen somebody shoot up 13 people on screen, and I'm laughing at it. So it desensitized you to a degree to do this in reality.
Because they showing more of that shit, and now if I see something like, oh, damn, all right, next. You don't really, if you see somebody die now on the video and it's real, I'm like, oh man, that's fucked up. And then you on to the next video, and you might see something, then you laughing, and you don't forgot about you just seen a nigga really fucking die.
Right.
So yeah, we are desensitized, to that shit.
Desensitized. But and that just segues us right into this other subject because you have a viral video going around right now of one of our local rap stars pages on one of his pages on one of their pages. I don't want to say I don't want to say. I'm gonna talk about the video without talking about the person who put out the video. You did because that.
See if I can pull it up on the corner.
That was just some crazy shit. You did.
Well, no, I won't pull
so
it up.
They driving down Chef, and anybody that's from New Orleans, they know about Chef Mentor.
Yeah, you know
like
about
if you a
Chef.
stripper, you know about Chef. If you in that,
It don't matter what you is, you just know about Chef.
If you drive down Chef Mentor, driving down Chef, you're gonna see all the prostitutes out in their bathing suits and lingerie and all this type of stuff.
Sometimes, man, well, whatever, yeah.
You're gonna see it all.
Wearing nothing, yeah.
You're gonna see it all. So in the video, he driving down Chef, and it's kind of like, what's about to happen? So I'm like, somebody send me the video, so I'm like, what the fuck about to happen? Like, you get all these videos of these murders and all this shit, so it's like, what's about to happen? They pull up on plus size lady, black lady, out on Chef in her bathing suit on the strip.
Working.
They start shooting a paintball gun and bap.
I didn't see that. That's why she almost tripped.
Yeah, dog. They start shooting her with a paintball gun, dog. Like and dog, like and when I first told you about the video, the breakdown I wanted to do is funny because you laughing, right? So that's why I wanted to really break down this video, right?
Well, we see a lot of paintball videos, so that shit kind of.
And she a plus size girl, her butt out, her thighs out, and you see the yellow paintball splat on the thigh and on her butt. And what he said after was fucking insane. What he said after, he said, "Don't nobody want none of that punani."
Funky.
Don't nobody want none of that funky punani. Get your fat ass inside.
Think you did her a favor?
Dog, the breakdown. How much time we got, bro?
I don't know.
How much time we got? How much time we got? I gotta know how much time we got.
We got about 10, 12 minutes.
We got time. This might be a 15-minute breakdown. All right. So many components to this. All right. So, pop. She started running. He said what we just said to her, right? So boom, I'm like, what the fuck just happened? So my mind processing it. And now I'm media, right? So now I gotta see how everybody else processing it. And I'm showing it to people, and I'm showing it to them to see how they process it, right? Most people, first reaction was to laugh.
I'm still laughing.
Right? Then you had a portion of people, the first thing, he down bad for doing that to that girl. Like, it was like sympathy. You know what I'm saying? Even the people who laughed, after they laughed, it was some sort of sympathy. But then you had, on the other side of that calendar, you had people who was like, yeah, that's how we gonna clean up Chef, right? I'm torn because I'm always torn. I understand it. I understand the viral moment. It could have been a real gun. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the danger that these ladies putting themselves, you know what I'm saying? Like,
well, that has always been the danger of that profession.
But another side of the coin, they got like 30 sides of this coin, right? Because on the other side of the coin, you have people saying that, what if she have a pimp? You know what I'm saying? That's making her go and making her sell her body. And now, since she can't, she have to face this pimp. Because you have girls that's been sex trafficked, that they out there against they own, you know what I'm saying, better judgment.
Nah, that's something I can guarantee that don't cross nobody's mind.
but it happens.
Yeah.
So they have so many sides of the coin, which when you think about that side of the coin, it make it hard to laugh, right? But when you just within the peanut gallery, you're gonna always laugh because online is like a big high school. The internet is like a giant high school.
Can make you
So
laugh.
when everybody laugh, when one person laugh, everybody gonna laugh. When the cool people laugh, you gonna laugh. When the majority laugh, you gonna laugh. You might voice your opinion next, but your first instinct is to do
laugh.
what the crowd do. Is you
Unless it happened to you.
you looking at something in your phone. You not personalizing it, saying, "Oh, this him, this her, or this Keisha. She have a family. She got children. She got like." You not personalizing it. You just saying we're desensitized to things we see on the internet. We see motherfuckers fall and break their fucking face. We don't think about hospital bill, how the motherfucker gonna work for the rest of their life. Like, we don't think about that shit. We just look at the moment and the moment in time, and then we make our reactions, whether we laugh, whether we have sympathy. You know what I'm saying? All of that is very, very interesting to me. You know what I'm saying? Because it's the internet. All this shit new to us.
Do you think
You had police officers on that bitch saying XYZ. You know what I'm saying? You had that.
they drive up
perspective.
that bitch all the time, and I know they see it.
But they were more on the that's assault type shit. You know what I'm saying? So like it's
But what if they didn't have a pimp? What if they out there and this what they want to do?
all right.
Because in my mind, I'm seeing too many ways how you can get out of this situation. But that's just me.
But
Using my
as
brain.
humans, we do what work for us. Like, so if like a lot of these girls, they go from state to state, they go from city to city in the spots that's acceptable in, and that's how they make their money. And since that's how they've been making their money, it's kind of like people who work fast food for 40 years.
Again,
like,
yeah.
you might look at it like, man, you been working at McDonald's, but nigga, that's what I know. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I don't have the skills that you have. I ain't have the opportunities that you had. So I just did what was working for me and just kept doing that.
I don't know, bro. So if you in one of these rooms and you with one nigga, I don't know how this shit work, but you in the room with the pimp while you with the nigga?
No, he probably paid a pimp. You probably give you the money. You go with the nigga. You contact your pimp. Like, you check in with Uber. Like, you check in with DoorDash.
At that point, you can't use that nigga phone and get the fuck out or tell a nigga this where you at if you trapped or you stuck.
You can. And that's his job to come. You know, it's your job. It's his job to be your muscle and hold your bread. The whole point of having a pimp is he your muscle, he hold your bread, so that if you get robbed, nigga gotta come see the pimp. The pimp gonna come see you. You know what I'm saying? If any type of situation where you need help, he like your security, and he the one that hold your money to make sure you don't get robbed, and he gonna take his fee off the top. And as he get closer and closer, get his grips closer and closer in you, then he start to take more and more to a point where he giving you the least and giving you what he want to give you, and now you stuck.
I get that, but what?
The more he could get into your mind, the more you're gonna be stuck under his grasp. And you're gonna do what work for you. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of these women, they've been abused as children.
I was about to say that's no different than people in abused relationships. They accept that shit for so long, and then they,
But a lot of people that's in abused relationships, they seen abused relationships, and they not only seen abused relationships. Some of them been sexually abused, so it's not that trauma is normal for them. You know what I'm saying? So like, the trauma of kind of like on Precious when she like when real shit like when she was getting raped, right? And she started acting like she was a singer. She went into a whole different world. Like, she wasn't there in the bedroom. She a singer on stage. Everybody like her and she's beautiful, and like her mind goes somewhere else. It's a different reality, right? So a lot of these girls, they've been abused since young, and they had to rationalize this at some point in time, and that's how they see life. They see life in that spew way where they looking for love, and that's Unfortunate. So like we don't think about a lot of that shit. Sometimes we don't want to even think about a lot of that shit. 'Cause we got our own shit going on. We laugh and hit the like, put some emojis, keep going. That's her problem. You know what I'm saying? But it's really our problem because we got kids and you don't see no old bitches out there. You see short bitches. You see tall bitches. You see fat bitches. You see skinny bitches. But guess what? You don't see old bitches. So all us having children, having sons, having daughters, somebody's daughter got to be on that fucking strip.
I'm about to say, some of them old bitches used to be out there. They're old bitches now.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, once you lose it, you lose it. You know what I'm saying? If you been a hoe since you was young, by the time you were old hoe, you should have enough clientele to hold you down where you don't have to hit the strip. The strip is for the young hoes. You know what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is within our society, right? We have to present something better for these women to do and provide better protection for them so that that's the oldest business in the world. Prostitution business, like, it's not gonna stop. It's not gonna stop because it is what it is. But if we change the environment, like we talk about with hip hop, maybe we can stop as many free agents that they have coming out every draft.
I know too many black women out here winning, son. It's opportunities out here. It's just some of us just stuck in our fucking environment or scared to get out the environment to
They
even
stuck in their mind, bro.
Yeah,
like all that shit mental.
Like that's why I can't really feel sorry for that type of shit because niggas are really out here winning, and I'm talking about black folks winning out here these days.
And some of them girls that's on the strip feel like they winning. Some of them, that's the best they've been doing their whole life.
I came from the hood, son. I know what the hood is. I'm out that bitch.
But you're not a woman. You're not a woman, bro. You're not a woman. You never been abused by men. You know, you ain't been abused by men your whole life.
That's another story. But
because like that's a perspective we just don't know and can't know. But you have to have some type of sympathy for it as black men, and you know, like hip hop and rap, it kind of desensitizes us from loving black women.
I'm on some Kanye shit with that shit. That shit a choice, man. We all done been through some fucked up shit here and there. Some shit we wish that was other than what the fuck it was.
The race of babies that hate the ladies. We here. We live and direct in the race of babies that hate the ladies. Because at the end of the day, Pac was that rapper that kind of gave the women that love that they needed. We don't have Tupac no more. You dig? Like, and that's what made him so special as a rapper. Like, he gave the women that love and understanding, saying that we understand. Like some of us wouldn't have had school clothes if they didn't have that strip. You hear me? Like, some of us wouldn't have had food on our table if they didn't have that strip. You know, or that, you know what I'm saying? Whatever your mama did to get by.
I understand. Back then,
that wasn't on the clock.
Back then was a different time, man.
Is it
the
really?
same? Some way. I know the opportunities that black folks are being presented with today ain't the same opportunities that we was presented with in the 80s and the 90s.
But that don't help you break generational curses. Because like they said on what movie that was, they said, your mama was a hoe, you a hoe. You hear me? Like,
your
grandma was a hoe.
Super hoe. That was on the
Juvenile.
Browns. Yeah.
Juvenile. You did. She get it from her mama. You did. She get it from her. Where she get that ass from? Get it from her mama.
That's something else.
Where she learn how to cook from? Where she learn how to be a hoe from? You did. She get it from her mama. But everybody got to get their whole stage out. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think everybody should be allowed to get their whole stage out at some point in time. Just you got to get that out your system. You got to learn what love really is, because in New Orleans it's hard to identify what love really is. And
it's not.
Why not? Some people accept the smallest form of love because they never had it. It's kind of like when you thirsty. When you thirsty,
I do
you
know
don't give a fuck if you gonna drink water out of hose pipe. We've been playing basketball. You gonna drink water out of hose? Would you drink water out of hose pipe today?
No.
When the last time you drank water out of hose pipe?
That was a long time ago.
How thirsty you was?
I don't know. We was probably outside playing. You know, back then, once you're outside, you better not come your ass in out the house. So
you had to be real thirsty to drink out one of them black hose pipes.
Because you weren't about to go.
Them bitches taste like hose pipe. The green ones, they might taste like tap water. The black ones,
we used to get out of the faucet and shit. I don't necessarily remember the hose pipe, but
if a nigga had a hose pipe, niggas used to hit the hose pipe rather than fucking the fault. But either way, it still goes when you need something and you without it. Sometimes you would take it in the smallest forms. Mm-hmm. So some of these ladies and some of these men, they take in love in the smallest forms. You know what I'm saying? Because they never had it, and they like
they crave it.
This the first person that gave it to them.
I definitely know exactly what the fuck you talking about.
So a lot of these women. Sometimes I think things that's funny, they are funny when you just take them at the moment, right? But everything online not funny, but everything online is real. And we have a problem going on in the city with that. We have children that's riding home from school, seeing half-naked women walking down the street in broad daylight while they trying to get McDonald's and Popeyes.
It don't matter. It's all day.
And they have no regard for that. Mm-hmm. And that's another side of the coin.
It's a lot of sides.
Because I'm a parent.
Right.
But I'm a parent of 3 boys. So when we ride down Shelf, I said, look at the hoes. Unfortunately. Now, we being real, right?
Yeah, but I know you, so yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm like, look at the hoes. Don't bring none of them home, dog. Like, don't fuck with that. You hear me? Because I'm really showing them, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm keeping it real with them. Like, that's what this is. This the matrix we live in. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like, so many perspectives on that, dog. Like, I don't know where to really go, but I'm praying for all them women out there. I'm hoping that they get their situations together. Mm-hmm. I'm personally gonna start like working with some people that's into that line of work, into seeing what we can actually do to help women that's on that strip. Some of them make so much money that they feel like they don't need our help, which is cool, but it's not acceptable for y'all to be flaunting down Shelf. I don't give a fuck if they've been selling pussy like that on Shelf for 10,000 years. Mm-hmm. You dig? Like, this is a new world now.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that shit on Instagram or something, man.
Like bro, like
a page.
Yeah. Look, the hoes on Shelf and the motherfuckers still throwing them fucking newspapers at 4:00 in the morning.
Son, I don't even pay for fucking newspaper.
I'm outside smoking my gall, watching the sun come up, and I'm thinking this nigga about to fucking bang on something. You dig? I'm slow. Clutching on dude. He come throw that damn newspaper. I'm like, dog, the newspaper on your phone. Why the fuck?
Do you pay for the newspaper?
I ain't pick up a news. You know the last time I seen a dude with a newspaper? We was right there on Shelf. We was right there on Crowder at the gas station that's right by the Willows. Mm-hmm. Dude had a newspaper. My mama sitting in the car with me. My mama have 0 street sense. Like, but she been working her whole life. But she a paramedic, so she have a little bit of street sense, but not street sense. Mm-hmm. My mama looked at the dude and said, "That's a little weird. A young dude with a newspaper." 5 seconds after that, he dropped the newspaper and started shooting at the dude that was standing at the front store. He had a gun under the newspaper. So that was my last time seeing a person with a newspaper. Like, you look suspicious carrying a fucking newspaper, dog. Like, who carried? So what I'm saying is,
I wasn't expecting it to go that way.
The world is changing to a degree that some things are becoming obsolete. You know what I'm saying? From the newspaper man, the mailman, the prostitutes walking up and down Shelf. Like, get on Craigslist or get on Instagram and get with the times. You know what I'm saying? Like, It's not what you do, it's how you do it.
Yeah.
This is Benjiman's Room, and we live at Music Box Studio, and this episode 5, and man, we out.
We out.
Yeah. Yeah, bro. Only thing we didn't get to cover was that Mia X. I really wanted to cover that shit too. The Mia X situation, like
You need to get her to come through this.
like the women, like, you know what I'm saying, like why she don't get that respect. Like we got into why P didn't get it. We didn't really get into why Mia X don't get that respect.